we got to see, we still need to talk about it, and I still put out a public service announcement, obviously, off the TV and character, Cezar Bononi, we've heard different things going on with his family, and, his wife looking for a bone marrow transplant, which, we could talk about down the line, and I will put there because I have a good friend of mine who has a company called Marrow Match, and I'm on the bone marrow registry. It's extremely easy. You take literally a Q swab your cheek for like 20 seconds, mail it out, and you can get on the registry. And to donate bone marrow, it's very simple. It's just like you are essentially drawing blood, or like it feels like out of your hip for multiple hours. He says you can watch Titanic twice and you're done, and you could save someone's life. So simple and easy as that. And it, so many people need to be on the bone marrow registry. My dad had to have a bone marrow transplant. Thankfully, he was able to do a self donor. But obviously, you can't always be a self donor depending on your situation. So you search for the list, and it's extremely easy to be on the list. Pretty much anyone can be on the list. My friend's website is marrowmatch.org, and you can get a free kit sent to you, swab your cheek, mail it out, and get on the list. And, my brother-in-law got matched because he was on the bone marrow registry, and then ended up the person needing it down the line. So it was pretty cool to be on that. So, marrowmatch.org, we'll talk about it. I'll put it all on Twitter, but it's maybe we can get some traction from AEW, and they can repost and do some stuff on that, because it's very easy and very helpful thing to do, to be on the marrow registry list, and you could save someone's life. So enough of that, not enough of that, but, the reason why we bring that up is because of the match with Moxley and Cezar Bononi. And I think Cezar Bononi is, this guy's got a good look. What Moxley said in his promo, he's like a Baywatch lifeguard. And so it's pretty touche on that. But Moxley's promo was great. He just kept saying how many things pissing him off over and over, and calling him a Baywatch lifeguard, and how Moxley sees something in him too. And I think he's got some potential. He's taken some losses at the back, but he does have a good look, and I think that we could see some wins pick up him down the line and just get some more momentum. But what did you think of his promo ahead of time before we talk about the match?
Well, Moxley, man, I mean, like, honest to God, I feel like he could be like in the Cat in the Hat with the green eggs and ham. I mean, I want, like, he could honestly cut a promo with a house. He could cut a promo with a mouse. This guy is like as good as it gets, man. Honest to God, like, you could put him in any scenario and he could cut a promo, and I'd be like, hook, line, and sinker. He's got me every time. So I love how Moxley just is such a natural on the camera, how he's such a natural big fight feel kind of guy. He has the smarts. I love how he talked about sort of the whole crazy saga of the Young Bucks and Kenny. And again, that's an example. These characters don't just forget stuff because they're in a new match or they're in another,
right.
They remember their history, and I love that. Kenny definitely got to see a little bit of Moxley later on in the show.
Right.
But the match itself, once you get into it, I mean, it was. I've been really, like, I've been saying, and it's no coincidence that you talked a little bit about Marrow Match. AEW is definitely that. It's a family focused environment, and you could tell that the actual company feels like they care about each other, and they want good things for each other. And this is an example with Cezar Bononi. I think like what Tony and AEW has done with giving him, steady work, giving him a bigger platform, showcasing him and things like that, and keeping his mind off of stuff the best that they can, and keeping him busy and giving him these great opportunities against a guy like Jon Moxley, who is one of the absolute best on the planet. That's their way of
last week too. Yeah.
Right.
Top guys.
Exactly. Giving him a showcase against some of the absolute best on the planet. That's a way that's going to naturally lift your spirits as a person, and yes, he's got a lot of other stuff going on in his life and very heavy stuff. And that's a reminder that, like, we push forward, be kind. You don't know, you see this guy and you're thinking, man, he's living a dream life, right? He looks like Moxley said, he looks like like The Rock, basically. He looks like an absolute freak. And you know, he's a professional wrestler. He's got a beautiful wife and kid and all these things. And you think, wow, like he's living the perfect life. Well, no, everybody's got their own battle. Everybody carries their own burden. And so I think that AEW, that I'm so proud that that's what we're here. We were inspired to do this is because we love this company. We believe what they're doing is genuine.
Sure.
This is an example. So I love Cezar getting this opportunity. It's a shame that unfortunately he got choked out tonight. The way that he got choked out was beautiful though, man. Like he was like, you know, he was dying on the vine for us. But beyond that, man, like I loved how that whole thing played out. I love how Jon Moxley kind of just showcased that he's the top dog. It was a dominant win at the end. But he got more shine than the Hangman match, and I thought that was a nice little way that Moxley again makes his opponents look like $1 million. Overall, dude, like this one, you know, I think that was it the strongest match on the card? Of course not. It wasn't the top match on the whole show, but overall, it was a lot of fun to be a part of and to see that play out.
For sure. And you know, some of our comments in the chat, I thought it was pretty not funny, but true. I mean, if Bononi was in another company, they would keep him at catering. Yep. And, you know, everyone is getting a chance in AEW to prove themselves. You know, Mindrunner and Ryan, you guys giving those comments. Thank you so much. How we have Dark, Elevation, and Dynamite. And it is, you know, we've heard, you know, wrestlers speak, and it's a consistent thread and consistent mindset that everyone's there to uplift each other. And everyone's there as a team. It's not a dog-eat-dog type of backstage, whereas some kind